Pinstar, and this is Good Company Strategy and Tactics, episode 10. So, in our last episode, we ticked off all of our boxes for the second quarter. We're just waiting for it to resolve so that we can get our passives. We also used our success points to unlock the new precision workbench, which we will be getting into shortly. A couple of housekeeping things to regards here. So I noticed intermittently there were some stylish case shortages among all of our productions intermittently. That's not good because all 4 of our production lines use the stylish case. And while I thought I was keeping up with that, I think what's happening here is that we've been heaping on so many production speed bonuses to our area that just from the raw bonuses, they're tearing through the materials faster than we can provide them. And that's no good. It seems the bottleneck has hit at that. So to remedy that, I have swapped out some of the batteries because I've noticed that the single stack batteries have become way overabundant. A couple of those tables to make a basic workbench and a stylish case, so that will increase the total throughput. If the problem persists, I might throw a couple of extra workbenches in here just to, as a temporary supplement, since we have a little bit of extra space here. Ultimately, this is all temporary, besides the research in Huja data. But, use the space that you got for what you need at the moment. Speaking of using the space of what you got to what you need at the moment, our next goal is courier bots. But as a sub goal, this assignment popped up. This assignment for small compartments. Small compartments are a major part of the courier bot. So what we could probably do is set up at least part of our production line and start cranking these and only these out to ace the assignment. Now, a couple of things about the assignments. 1, they're random. 2, they will pay you a premium for whatever it is they're asking for over what you would get just by pitching them to the market. However, they do not count as items sold to the market when it comes to company goals. There may be certain company goals that say sell this many components. Selling this many components through an assignment doesn't count, unfortunately. But we've already fulfilled this quarter's goals. The other thing is, if you get the majority contribution of all of your competitors, you will get the majority bonus. In this case, it is 23K plus a good smattering of research. The other hidden benefit is that your employees, all of your employees, get a morale boost when you win the majority bonus, and actually get a small morale penalty when you fail to get the majority. Now, both that bonus and that penalty is temporary and not particularly crippling on the penalty side. So I'm still going to completely ignore this components assignment. But I do intend to hit and majority this assignment, and then we can transition into our bots. But for now, we need money, we need production, we need time to advance because we need to hit our next milestone, which is not too far away. Alright, we got our double battery stack, and I also realized something as far as where we're going to take our research. Again, we don't think we need our wooden bot chassis yet next, but there is one more market that we have decided that we've so far passed over on, but is not necessarily a bad market, and that's the cassette player. Not a lot of competition in the cassette player, but the one problem with the cassette player and why we didn't go for it earlier is that the default module that we get for it, the beeper that we need for sound quality, is really awkward to place. However, we got some research muster under our belt, so why don't we, instead of limping in with the low-tech beeper, why don't we research the next tier up and go for that? Not to mention, this thing requires metal sundries. We have the precision workbench, so sundries don't scare us anymore. That's the other reason why I'm doing that. And there's our milestone. Handy that. So we're at we're over 500,000 now. And we're just keeping on here. Oh, and look at this. Market overview. We have a little flag here. Yes! The virtual pet market is ready to actually progress. Let's hit that button. So now phase 2. Base price is higher, weekly demand is higher, but the demands of the product are higher. But ours meets the requirements. 1.5, 1.5, 3.0, 3.0. So yeah, we get full market appeal even though we didn't change our product at all. The same may or may not be the same for our competitors. So in the next one, this will be a little wider and theirs will shrink a bit, which will mean there will be more room for us. Excellent. Excellent. Now we can finally go back to making money, and actually making more money because the base price is higher. Now that we have our... Oh yeah, I never actually changed over. I wanted to... There. Again, we don't want to ditch our progress on the wooden bot chassis, but I want the speaker coming up next. So the next item we're going to be doing here is, well, we're going to be buying a building, a big one, because this is eventually going to be our courier bot production, so we want a lot of space. Boom. It's the only reason I was waiting for the milestone so that we could use the milestone cash rather than the other stuff, loans rather, to pay for this. Now then, let's get our setup going here. We again, focus fire here, and this is actually something they added. You can pin the recipe for whatever is being demanded. So we need, for each of these small compartments, we're going to need 4 compound sundries, 6 rods. But the other thing is, we have to consider how many small compartments are we eventually going to want for our bot production. I'm actually... All of these others we've been going at a factor of a 3. I'm wondering if we go higher with this. Let's see what the ratios give us. So if we do our current standard, which is a factor of 3, we need 6 coated glass, 18 rods, which isn't too bad. But what if we doubled that? What if we go absolutely nuts? Like that. Now, I don't necessarily know if we want to go absolutely nuts like this. I wouldn't mind going absolutely nuts. It would be kind of fun. But it would require a lot of setup here. All right, you know what? I found a better ratio, 5. And if 5 only because of how the math works out here. It's going to make our little 6 compartments a little awkward, but the underlying math works out a lot cleaner for us. So the small compartments themselves are not actually assembled on the precision table, where those are assembled most effectively on the basic workbench. They reorganized that on here. And it only takes half a day here. So let's do our little ring here. Alright, this should be, all of this is just for our compartments. We have even more stuff to make for our actual courier bots, but for now we're good. Now we gotta set up our courier pallets. Now for the intake of stuff, yeah, we can do this. Actually, we can do, yeah, we can do this for the intake of stuff. That'll give everybody a decent, although, yeah, this actually kind of works out better. Because the other thing we have to do, since we're doing an assignment, and here's one little good thing about doing an assignment, is when you do an assignment, you get a special pallet that it acts as your cell collector. This does not need to be in one of your things, so we don't need a delivery courier just yet. So yeah, we will we'll put this right here, and that is where all of our finished goods will go. This really does need to be rotated around to make it easier on our courier. That should be fine. Alright, now let's define what we need here. And also we'll make sure we set these up accordingly. So these will all be small compartments. Oh yeah, we have one extra workbench here. Not sure what to do with it, because everything else kind of lines itself up pretty well. I mean, we could make it one of our, rods one. And then we do just a 1, 2, 3. And then in which case, you know what? We don't need to stick all the way out here. We can do a 4 or 5 down here. Give them their own little corner shelf here. Yeah, that works out nicely. Then we can get rid of that one for now. Small shelf. Alright, let's see this thing set up our routes, and I'll see you on the flip side. Okay, got everything, got all our logistics set up. We have renamed our new zone here. This is Dana's department, after my name and game patron, Dana Black. And of course we want to kit this out for picking speed, because this is a module and whatnot. We want module output and component output, because components are just as much a part of this department as modules. In fact, there's more components than there are modules, but that'll change once we go into fully bots for now. Let's get a couple of, yeah, a couple of people here, a couple of logistics people, and of course we need to hire all of our empty tables are getting employees. Took a chunk out of our money, but I think we're doing well. Yeah, I got everything seeded that could be seeded. Obviously, I can't seed the sub-products that these need here, but I think we're doing pretty well. So take that pinned recipe off. Also, I want to see our next weekly thing after this market advancement. I want to see how well our virtual pets are doing. Let's just hope that those case shortages are not crippling our production right when... Yeah, see, the case shortages are definitely taking a bite. What's going on here? What's a valinriculator doing there? What is this nonsense? This is for... We cannot have slowdowns. Hopefully that new production of the cases here will help us out. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, we got the metal things going here. We got a couple of people actually starting to make these. Bring in the sundries, and ba-boom, we get paid instantly. That's the other nice part about these assignments. And now that we're dropping stuff off here, it's tracking how much we have done to it compared to how much our competitors. And yes, while it seems like we're a bit behind, that don't bother me. We're going to catch up quickly. We've got 5 tables that will soon be outputting tons of these things. Once our thing, we might let's get another logistics worker here. But yeah, so these will give us some much needed income here. Somebody gonna, all right, yeah, here, let's see. Somebody deliver some rods. But you're still... It's as if all of the rods are going here. Let's just make sure that people know to dump rods here. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. I mean, yeah, there's going to be little stutters and hiccups here. I think we got our first delivery of raw materials here. We probably, in this zone, which I forgot to rename here, this is going to be bought raw materials. We're probably going to need 2 couriers. Also, I made a new palette here for this because this is dealing in glass, which is a bit, you know, our original one here didn't deal in glass. So, and also this one's starting to get a little overtaxed. Not to mention, we're probably going to need to start throwing more materials. Let me just throw another worker on our various, so calculator raw materials gets another person, just so we make sure the raw materials are not part of our problem here. Virtual pet raw materials gets another, just to make sure that there's no supply chain issues, because that would make me sad. Very, very sad. Once again, we're having difficulties putting our toys away. We might need another, yeah, we need another raw materials deliverer up here. As the courier routes get longer, you need more people for them. I'm going to actually put 2 more people on here, just to make sure these are working. Oh yeah, these. Yeah, we sold a lot less, but that's because of supply shortages, not because the markets are closing in on us. Yeah, we didn't. There's actually room left in the market because it also made our competitors take a hit. So once we get these supply side shortages taken care of, then we should be able to bloom back into our rightful fold here. Speaking of extra couriers, do we have enough delivery on the virtual pets? You know what? Let's get another virtual pet delivery so this pallet doesn't fill up as often. That way we keep room here. Still having stops and stores of cases. You hate to see the CEO missing a case, because he's our champion here. But all right, I think we're doing well. So in our next episode, we're going to fast forward a little bit, take a bite out of this assignment, and then actually go into our bots proper. And also, I'll be making sure that our case shortage is dealt with properly. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya!